It was a cold and rainy morning in Lagos. The sky was dark, and heavy clouds poured water like tears. Everyone ran for shelter, covering their heads with bags, jackets, or newspapers. But one girl did not run. Her name was Ada. She was just 19 years old, a poor orphan with no parents, no family, and no home. Every day she cleaned cars at a popular restaurant's parking lot. That was how she got money to eat. She would wash cars with a bucket of water and a torn sponge. Some people would give her 500, others just waved her away. But she didn't complain. She was always smiling, even in pain. That morning, something strange happened. A big black Jeep, a brand new 2025 Range Rover, drove into the parking lot. It was shining like glass, and its tires were brand new. The driver parked under a tree and stepped into the restaurant. Ada looked at the car. She had never seen such a beautiful car in real life. Even though it was raining heavily, she took her sponge, poured water in her small bucket, and began to wash it. She didn't ask for permission, she just wanted to make the car shine more. Rain soaked her dress. Her short braids became wet. Her feet were cold. But she didn't stop. From inside the restaurant, a man watched her through the glass. He was Mr. Raymond Okafor, the billionaire owner of a big tech company in Nigeria. He was 35 years old, rich, handsome, and powerful. But his heart was tired. Every woman he had met only wanted his money. Nobody ever cared for him, only for what he had. But that morning, when he looked out and saw a poor girl washing his car in the rain, something strange happened in his heart. He stood up and walked outside. "Excuse me," he said softly. Ada jumped in fear and looked up. "I'm sorry, sir. I just wanted to wash it well. I didn't mean to touch your car without asking." But the man looked at her gently. "What's your name?" he asked. She looked surprised. "Ada. My name is Ada, sir." Raymond looked at her wet clothes, her bare feet, and her tired eyes. "Come with me," he said. Ada became afraid. "Sir, please don't be angry. I'm sorry." Raymond smiled. "I'm not angry. I just want to buy you food and dry clothes." That was the first time anyone had ever spoken to Ada with love and respect. She followed him. That day, in the middle of rain, a story of love began. Raymond opened the door for Ada, and she stepped into the warm restaurant. It was the first time in her life she was sitting in such a beautiful place. The smell of food made her stomach cry. Her dress was dripping water on the tiled floor, and people looked at her strangely, but Raymond didn't mind. He asked the waiter to bring a towel and some food. Ada wanted to sit far away, but Raymond gently pulled the chair beside him and said, "Sit here." She sat down shyly. As they waited, he gave her his jacket to cover herself. "You're shivering," he said. Ada looked at him and blinked hard. She wanted to cry, but she didn't want to embarrass herself. Who was this man? Why was he being so kind? The waiter brought hot jollof rice, chicken, meat pie, and juice. Ada looked at the food like it was gold. "You can eat," Raymond said softly. "Thank you, sir. May God bless you," she whispered. He watched her eat, and the more she ate, the more he smiled. It was like he was feeding his own soul. When she finished eating, Raymond asked her, "Where do you live?" She looked down and said, "I don't have a house. I sleep at the back of one container shop. The owner allows me to lie there at night." He was silent for a moment. His heart broke. "I want to help you, Ada," he said. "You're not safe living like that." "No, sir. I don't want to be a burden. I can keep washing cars. I'm fine," she replied quickly. But Raymond shook his head. "You washed my car with care, even in the rain. You didn't ask for anything. You're not just a car washer, Ada. You have something in you, kindness. The world doesn't see it, but I see it." That night, Raymond told his driver to take Ada to a hotel and told her to rest. He gave her some money, clothes, and a phone. Ada didn't want to accept it, but he begged her. For the first time in years, she slept on a real bed. Clean, safe, dry. The next day, Raymond came again, but this time with a plan. "I want you to go to school, Ada. I'll take care of everything." Her mouth opened wide. "School?" "Yes," he smiled. "I have money, but I've never met a heart like yours. If anyone deserves a better life, it's you." That week, he rented a small flat for her and employed a housekeeper to help. Ada started evening classes. She was nervous but determined. Every weekend, Raymond would visit, and they would talk, laugh, bet, and sometimes sit quietly without saying anything. Months passed. One Sunday, Raymond took her out to the beach. They walked along the shore, barefoot in the sand. "I've met rich women," he said. but I've never met someone who touched my soul like you." Ada looked at him. "I'm just a poor orphan, sir." "No," he said, turning to face her. "You are Ada, the girl who washed my car in the rain and washed my heart with love." Then he held her hand, and she cried. Not tears of pain, but tears of joy. For the first time, someone saw her. The media went crazy when photos of a billionaire spending time with a street girl surfaced. People mocked her. They called her names: gold digger, bush girl, local girl. But Raymond stood by her side. He posted her photo on his page and wrote, "I found love in the rain. She may not have riches, but her heart is pure gold." People were shocked. Ada was enrolled in a top school. She began to grow more beautiful. Her hair was done, her English improved, but her heart stayed humble. She still gave to beggars. She still greeted the old man at the gate. She still smiled at cleaners. Raymond loved her more each day. Then, on her 21st birthday, he took her to the same restaurant where they first met. She entered and saw something she never expected. The whole place was filled with flowers. A violin was playing softly. Raymond knelt down and said, "Ada, you washed my car, but you also washed away my loneliness. Will you marry me?" She cried. She nodded. The whole restaurant clapped. That was the beginning of a new life. But the world wasn't done watching. Enemies would rise, storms would come, and Ada would soon discover, love is not only sweet, sometimes it must fight to survive. The news of billionaire Raymond Okafor getting engaged to a former orphan street girl, Ada, shook the whole country. Newspapers carried headlines like, "Billionaire's shocking proposal to Rain Girl. From rags to ring, the Ada love story." Some people cheered them on. Others were not so kind. Raymond's business partners were angry. "She is not our class," they shouted. "She will drag your name down." His mother even warned him, "If you marry that girl, you are no longer my son." But Raymond stood like a rock. "I love her," he said, "and nothing can stop this." Ada cried many nights. "Raymond, I don't want to be the reason you lose your family." But Raymond held her hands and said, "I lost myself for many years. You helped me find who I really am." They fixed their wedding date, and that was when the war truly began. 3 days to the wedding, someone tried to bribe Ada with 10 million to leave Raymond and disappear. She refused. The next day, she was attacked by masked men who threatened her. "Leave the billionaire or we'll make you regret being born." She came home crying, but Raymond promised her, "No one will touch you, not while I'm alive." He doubled the security around her. Police investigations began. 2 nights before the wedding, a terrible lie went viral online. A fake account posted, "Ada was once a club girl and has 3 children already." It spread like wildfire. Even Raymond's mother rushed to him. "You see, I warned you." But Raymond looked at his mother with bold eyes and said, "Even if Ada had a bad past, I love her today, and today is what matters." He publicly cleared Ada's name. It was proven the rumors were false. Ada was innocent. The wedding that shook the world. On a sunny Saturday morning, thousands gathered to witness the wedding of the year. Ada wore a simple white gown. No diamonds, no loud makeup, just grace and peace. Raymond wore a clean black suit and couldn't take his eyes off her. As she walked down the aisle, the same people who once called her names were now clapping and crying. Raymond said his vows, "I found you in the rain, but you brought sunshine into my life. I promise to love you forever." Ada, with tears in her eyes, replied, "I had nothing, I was nothing, but your love made me somebody. I promise to honor you all my life." And with that, they were joined as husband and wife. The crowd cheered. The heavens rejoiced. The poor girl who once slept behind a container was now the queen of a billionaire's heart. After the wedding, a love that grew stronger. Raymond and Ada moved into a quiet mansion outside the city. But they didn't live like proud people. Ada opened a foundation for orphan girls, building shelters and giving scholarships. She named it Rain of Hope Foundation, because love found her in the rain. Raymond's company grew bigger. Even people who once mocked them began to admire their strength. One day, Ada went back to that same restaurant and found a young girl washing a car in the sun. She gave the girl a job at her foundation and whispered, "Never give up. I was once like you." Moral lessons. 1. True love sees the heart, not the background. 2. Kindness, even in silence, has the power to change your life. 3. Never be ashamed of where you're coming from. It may be the road to where you're going. 4. Don't judge people by their past. The present is still writing a better story. 5. Real love will fight for you, not give up on you. Thank you message to my viewers. To all my wonderful viewers watching this story, thank you for following Ada and Raymond's journey from the rain to the ring. If this story touched your heart, please remember, you are never too poor for love. You are never too forgotten for God's grace. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel for more touching stories. Share this story with someone who needs hope today. Drop a comment and tell us what part touched you most. From washing cars in the rain to becoming a wife in white, Ada's story reminds us that God writes the best love stories even in storms. See you in the next story. Stay inspired, stay loved, stay hopeful.